There have been some more Sonic the Hedgehog 3 Wave 3 figures leaked, and boys, they're as juicy as Gerald Robotnik, if not juicier. And yes, I'm talking about Agent Stone, Knuckles with Lightning, and Chow Mascot Sonic for just a few of them. So get ready, boys. We've got a lot to talk about. So a few days ago, I posted a video talking about the images that popped up on Reddit, which showed us someone finding one of the new rumored Wave 3 Sonic 3 figures, being Sonic with the Master Emerald. Now, we've had Wave 1, which included Sonic, Tails, Shadow, and Ivo Robotnik, and then Wave 2 shortly after, which was Super Sonic, Shadow, Chow Mascot Tails, and Knuckles. But it's been a little while since those figures became widely available in October, but now heading into February 2025, everything is getting more and more explosive. Wave 3, as I mentioned before, has started to find its way sneakily into customers' hands. But there's been some development. We've got more coming, boys. Now, if you want to watch my video where I go into a lot more detail over all of these figures, then feel free to pause and click on the link in the top corner or the link in the description, and then come back to this video once you've watched that one. But basically, we're getting a repurposed Sonic, which is quite literally 100% the same figure for the same price, but with a Master Emerald. Yep, it's a bit of a screw you to the people who managed to get the first wave, and kind of a dub for those of us that didn't. Yeah, I'm as confused as you are. And I'm pretty sure the resale price of the Wave 1 Sonic will plummet on eBay. Besides from that, we're also getting a Super Shadow, a Gerald Robotnik, and the last 5-inch figure for Wave 3 is going to be a Knuckles, which I'm pretty happy to announce is slightly different to what I previously thought from, of course, the images that we had at the time. It looked as if Knuckles would be the exact same figure, just like Sonic, but re-released with Wave 3 again. There's literally no changes to his expression, so using my big boy brain, I figured just like with Sonic, maybe Knuckles would come with an accessory we can't yet see from, of course, the lack of images available. But no, I was wrong. My prediction aged like milk because, and I'm not sure how you'd feel about this, Knuckles is turning into Percy Jackson, as my guy is literally going to be covered in lightning. Yes, guys, Knuckles is now a Greek god. Now, here's a question for you. Would you rather buy a normal Knuckles for, quite frankly, a ridiculous price on eBay, as like I mentioned in the previous video? I'm sure the shipment carrying the box of Knuckles got lost in the middle of the Bermuda Triangle or sank to the bottom of the ocean next to the Titanic. Or would you rather buy retail value Knuckles with lightning all over him? If you can be bothered to go to the comments section, I'd very much be curious to find out. But if you can't be asked, I'll save you the trouble. I put out a poll asking just this on the community page, and the results were, well, it was pretty much a landslide to Percy Jackson. But in all honesty, I'm pretty surprised they made Knuckles with lightning. Like, I know the scene it's referring to, and I know that in SA2 he had the ability to summon lightning from the sky, but that isn't exactly referenced within the film. And in all honesty, I think the scene with Shadow escaping the high-level security prison and racing across the water towards Tokyo, that would probably go down better with lightning on a figure than what they've done repurposing Knuckles. Slap that figure in a box and I'll snap your legs off to buy it. Sorry, too far. Anyways, now one of the figures I've been pining for like a dog without its bone is a 5-inch Agent Stone or Maria. And a few of you brought to my attention that in the land of America, you guys have had a 2.5-inch Agent Stone for about a month or so now. But this 5-pack containing Shadow, Super Sonic, the Master Emerald, Agent Stone, and an egg drone, it just doesn't exist here in the UK. And as much as I hope that one day it does, I doubt it ever will. So if you managed to get your hands on one, congratulations. But Maria still doesn't have a figure, which is a shame. Anyways, moving on. A couple days after I posted my Wave 3 leaks, surprise, surprise, the 2.5-inch Wave 3 figures started popping up. And once again, I'm not so sure how I feel about them. We've got Chow Mascot Sonic, Shadow, Knuckles, and Tails. Getting another of the Chow Mascot figures really did confuse me, but much to many people's disapproval, including my parents. I'm actually a fan of the Chow Mascot Tails figure. Yes, I think it's kind of irrelevant, and yes, I still would rather get my hands on the 5-inch Tails, but I do think that the Chow Mascot figures are fun. They're different, they look pretty cool, and overall, I think they'd be cool to have in their own separate wave, which leads me to the question, why didn't they all just get made into their own wave? We could have easily just gotten a wave of 2.5-inch Chow Mascot figures, Chow Tails, Chow Sonic, Chow Knuckles, and guess what? For the 4th figure, a 2.5-inch Commander Walters. Not bad, right? Jax, sign me up. But if we move on from my persistent rambling, getting a normal version of Tails, Shadow, and Knuckles, it's nice to see, especially for those of us unable to find the original 5-inch figures of either of them. A 2.5-inch version will provide more opportunity to at least own a version of one of them, because hey, size doesn't matter, right? As with all 2.5-inch figures, there won't be 20+ points of articulation. They will be much more basic with a lot less, and of course the detail won't match up to the 5-inch figures, but the price is a lot cheaper, so you can't just expect the same quality. But the quality is still very high, and I do encourage you to get them, especially if you haven't gotten some of the more rare figures that we have spoken about before, being Knuckles, Knuckles, Tails, and Shadow. It's a chance for you to finally get a normal version of each, but I do find it strange to be getting such basic figures for Wave 3, especially as the film came out back in December. And like I mentioned before, we're in February now, so it has been out for quite a few months now. The vast majority of die-hard Sonic fans would have seen Sonic 3 by now, so it's not like some of the biggest plot points of the film would be spoiled by 2.5-inch figures, such as maybe a 2.5-inch Super Shadow. But anyways, rather than paying some quite frankly ridiculous prices on the black market, aka eBay, for what will be $5.99, it'll be nice to get a hold of some of these figures, even if I've got to queue outside my local toy store at 7 o'clock in the morning, before of course these sell out and end up on eBay for 3 times the value. So we're now into February. We're getting a wave 3 of figures featuring Clone Trooper Sonic, Super Shadow, Percy Jackson, and Gerald Robotnik. A new wave of 2.5-inch figures featuring Chow mascot Sonic, Knuckles, Shadow, and Tails. In the UK, we're getting the Super Sonic and Super Shadow 2-pack light-up figures in May. The light-up Shadow is available, as well as more recently, the light-up Sonic. New merch hunt video coming soon. But with the film having done so well, every figure that Jax and Sonic release getting swallowed up like Pokemon cards, there's still plenty of opportunity for more to be made. I'm talking the likes of Maria, Tom, Maddie. We could even get a Commander Walters like I mentioned earlier. But I still 100%, I really want an Eclipse Cannon playset. If we can get a Crab Mech, we can get an Eclipse Cannon. But then hey, they might as well make Dead Maria to go with it. It's what you guys want, isn't it? Morbid. And before you mention it, Metal Sonic and Amy aren't really in the film, so we aren't going to get figures of them. I can near enough 100% say that's fact, as they're only shown to set up Sonic 4 and get us all hyped for the next film. But hey, knowing my luck, that comment will probably age like milk as well. And within a month, we'll have figures of both of them being announced. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Remember to subscribe if you haven't, because you know we'll be hunting for all of these figures in merch hunts coming very soon, and I'll catch you all in the next one.